this low, you come over and we start a fight. Never know who's wrong or right. Feel nothing when you go. I know it's not intelligent, drinking for the hell of it, but that's irrelevant now. We should talk about us. How come we're holding on? Cause really I don't see the benefits now. When you've broken my trust, so I just wonder, why do I fall back to you? Really nothing I can do about it. Why do I fall back to you? It's like you're a drug to me, I can't quit. It's not like we're still 22, trying something new, just to pass time. I don't think that we ever could work this out. None of it makes sense, there's no reason why I still fall back to you. I should probably let you go. I know I can be cynical, make everything difficult, but it would take a miracle now to fix our problems. How come we're holding on? Cause really I don't see the benefits now. And you've broken my trust, so I just wonder, why do I fall back to you? Really nothing I can do about it. Why do I fall back to you? It's like you're a drug to me, I can't quit it. It's not like we're still 22, trying something new just to pass time. I don't think that we ever could work this out. None of it makes sense, there's no reason why I still fall back to you. Why do I fall back to you? Why do I fall back to you? Fall back to you, fall back to you. Why do I fall back to you? Why do I fall back to you?
Well, that was quite interesting. That's not what that was supposed to do. Uh, yeah. Hang on a second. This could get weird.
All right, that was, I don't know what the heck happened there. Apparently my my stream had glitched, as this is the glitch stream, and it had glitched to the point where it had gone back in time. Interesting. All right, guys, we're live. Welcome to the live stream. This is Tweet My name is Dan. I am glad that you are all here today. Apparently my chat box over there is not working too well. I probably should have tested this out before I started it. But anyways, I was working on a new OBS layout, and apparently I got some... oh, hey, there we go. It's starting to work. Never mind. We're good. We're good. All right, folks. Welcome to the live stream. I am TweetFEV. You can call me Tweet. You can call me Dan. Whatever you want. We're all here to have a good time. Thank you to everybody who's showing up in the live chat. I appreciate every single one of you being here to support me. And doing one of these late night streams. Weather was incredible here in southern Alabama. But first really good weekend means a ton of outdoor projects. So the honeydew list was massive. So no flying today, but I got a few packs in this week, which was great. I finally did some flying for me, not for you. Well, actually, Yeah, they were all for me. It was great. Yeah, I just got a chance to go out and fly and just do something I wanted to do. You know, that rando freestyle before you hit a tree. But anyways, a couple housekeeping things. So today we have I say we like there's more than one person here. So we, I, us, all of us. I have a ton of stuff to give away today. I have the sub250 crate from February. If you haven't gotten the link to that, it's in the video description. Click on that. That'll take you to the Google Forms to get in on that. We're going to spin the wheel for that sucker. I have my 2 Tweet FPV RTF kits. I'm going to give those away today. The entry, if you didn't see that, it's over on my my YouTube community tab or over on Patreon. Go ahead and check that out and enter to get on that one. What else do I got? Let's see. I got some parts in to fix up a bunch of stuff that I had sitting around, and let's see what other shenanigans we get into today. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. Yeah. Oh boy. Yep. My stream is lagging today. Internet's been a little spotty. Hopefully it works out. Welcome to the live stream. Eric Allen, as always, in the chats. Robert Logan, glad to see you today. Benjamin, welcome. Brick Zapata, as always, huge help over on the Discordian server over there. Angel Edren something Melang, welcome, buddy. How you doing? Anonymous drone pilot, welcome to the live stream. YouTube is not happy with me right now. Not sure why. Let's see what's going on here. Should be all right. I think my internet's just glitching a little bit. Speedy Turtle, welcome to the live stream. 13-hour workday today. That is just disgusting, my friend. Hope everybody's doing good today. Mike Bergman, welcome to the live stream. Poly FPV, haven't seen you in a while. Test Pilot, ERB, welcome. Daniel Hafner, hey buddy, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a long time. Daniel Hafner, one of the couple people over in the Delta 5 race group. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. Splinter FPV, welcome. Little housekeeping, if you want to get my attention, type @TweetFPV. It'll light up in yellow over on my screen over here to help get my attention. Super chats are always welcome. If you have any questions with your gear, you need some help, go ahead and send over that super chat and I will be sure to help you out. Yeah, it keeps loading. Yeah, it's Dark Star. Cool, man. Welcome, buddy. Hopefully the internet kind of clears up here. Let me know if everything's going all right. So finally got a chance to go out and do some flying this week. Just during the week on my own, I finally have my my FPV Cycle Glide built up. Flying really well, got it tuned kind of the way I like. I've been messing around with new rates, trying the actual rates. Still having a bit of a difficult time getting used to it. I've been flying stock Betaflight rates for far too long doing acro, and it's kind of scarred me. I'm having a hard time adapting to the new rate system, but I do kind of like the actual rates. Just have to kind of fine tune, find the feel that I like. Let's get some of this going here. John Daniels, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing today? This is going to be a sitting down live stream. I've been busting my butt doing yard work all day today, and I'm just tired of standing. Hopefully that's not too loud. Oh, I never added desktop audio in, did I? Still kind of fleshing out this this new OBS overlay here. Bear with me, guys. That should be desktop audio. Hope so. PL2 dude, I just built a glide myself. So much lighter than my Apex build. So far, I'm digging it. Yeah, I have an Apex build with an air unit in it, regular DJI air in it, and that thing is a total pig. I am considering just breaking that down and putting a Vista in there. But I have in this one, I've got one of the Nebula Pros, and I'm really liking this. It's working really well. The picture is, you know, fantastic as you would expect. Hey, Do, welcome. That's two. That's two from the group. Apparently, you guys have a whole lot going on this weekend or tonight. Benjamin, how are you doing today? Rick Cepeda, I'm charging batteries right now. Gonna go fly in the morning. The multi-GP race tomorrow. Cool, man. Glad you're getting out and doing some racing. Rick Cepeda, a big contributor over on Discord. Appreciate all the help over there, guy. I'm drinking from one of my failed rotary attempts. Not really sure what's going on with the chat window here on the side. This overlay needs some help. But anyway, so this is the new layout. We got the face cam, the bench cam thing going on over here. Screen capture, and then the sky cam. So I'm probably going to switch over. Well, that seems to be working good there. I don't know what's going on with the chat window. I don't know what's going on with it. It's really weird. Let's see what happens if I... Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a testing stream here. I don't know what's going on with the chat box. There it is. So we'll just leave that there. Let's get rid of that one. Not going well. More testing is needed apparently for the chat box. It's not working out like I thought it would. Everyone talks down about the Nebula Pro Micro. I think it's impressive myself, but still waiting to try the DJI cams. Yeah, it's not bad. There's just better, but it's still really good. Darkstar, thanks, man. I've been working on this one this week. The last OBS setup I kind of did live streams while I was editing it. This one, I didn't do that, and it looks like I probably should have. Oop. Yeah, it's weird. Like when I mess with the width, I'm losing the chat. All right, let's do this then. Let's go back to.
There we go. All right, back to the one I know works. Hopefully, I didn't screw this one up too bad in the meantime. All right, looks like it's working. All right, thanks for bearing with me, guys. Apparently, I had some more testing on why that isn't working. PL2, let's see, what are you saying? Oh, YouTube did the scrolly thing. I have a Nebula 1 camera. The quality difference between the Pro and the DJI is pretty big. Between the Nebula Pro and the DJI cam, geez, I'm kind of lost which one I have in here. This is the... Which one is this? This is the... Which one is... Oh, yeah, that's the Vista Nebula Pro kit that I have in this one, and I honestly can't tell the difference between the the original Vista with the DJI camera and this one. I think they look pretty much the same. Doesn't sound as good. Oh, hang on a second.
Hey, how's that? Yeah, I've been, I gotta leave stuff alone. Sorry, guys. Splinter PV, thanks for sending out the Tango 2 grip tape so quickly. Much appreciated. Yeah, this week I dropped 2 new designs. One for the Radiomaster TX12 and one for the Jumper T-Lite. Both those designs. All right, yeah, it's going to be a standy stream. Moving around too much. Both those designs turned out extremely well. Radiomaster TX12 and the Jumper T-Lite. These 2 designs turned out extremely well. I'm very happy with them. I have a batch already on their way to Race Day Quads, or you can just find them over on Etsy. Link in the video description, or tweetfpv.com if you want to get a hold of some yourself. If you haven't gotten into the giveaway for the sub250 FPV crate, that's this guy here. I forgot what was in this thing. I think it was a flight controller and some really weird, like 5-bladed ducted props, which I don't really see anybody ever using, but whatever. That link is in the video description as well. Get yourself in on that one. I have 44 people in there for that. Also today, whoa, that is, it's like someone's been in here messing with things. We'll be giving away 2 of these FPV RTF kits. It's mostly just cobbled together parts between some stuff that I got from T-Bird FPV and a few cheap, very, very nice brushless micros. I'll be giving away 2 of those today as well. If you didn't get in on the entry for that, I highly suggest you get over there. It does take a little bit of work. It's not for everybody, though. If you were following the saga of the budget F7 Banggood build, that one I ended up going with the F7 stack in the Steel 5 frame. Frame was really nice. The flight controller had an issue where there was some really weird gyro noise on the roll axis. Banggood sent me a refund, no problem there. I went and purchased another Hyphon RC F7 V2 for this quad, just to see if it is a crappy manufacturer or if I just got a bad one. I'm leaning towards the fact that I probably just got a lemon, just a defect, probably not actually, a bad manufacturer, but a little unknown though. Entries for the giveaway end yesterday. Well, they're still open, so I haven't shut them off yet. Yep, still taking. Yep, they're still set up for taking responses. Entry form for the sub250 crate giveaway is in the doobly-doo down there in the bottom, or it's also in the February review of the sub250 crate. The RTF giveaway, you're gonna have to find that in my community tab on YouTube. Angel, have you checked out the HDLRC 2207.5? No, I haven't. I've flown quite a bit of HDLRC gear in the past. Not anything in the last maybe year. I've never really been a huge fan of HDLRC gear. They were kind of the first ones doing like really good 20 by 20 stacks. Of course, they start off with just doing, pin between ESC and flight controller. So they end up building a bad name for themselves with that, but they were also doing something that no one else was doing at the time. Kind of like Happy Model with their Crazy Bee AIOs. Everybody says those things suck, but what's anybody else doing? Just a thought. If you can put your name in there, it's still open. Flow Spice. And besides, it's March 6th, where I'm at. Central Time. I don't know where you're at. Mike Bergman, yeah. Give me free shit. Yeah, I know. Happy Model and HDLRC have certainly stepped up their game. Like everybody gets down HDLRC, but I mean, they were the only ones doing a true AIO, flight controller, ESC, VTX, the whole shebang, and aboard their Zeus boards. They were the first ones doing that, and no one else is doing it. I feel like my chat window's broken. Not sure why. Must be something wrong with Streamlabs. I'm sure it's me, but whatever. Oh yeah, I think it is Streamlabs here that's having issues. There it is. That's the way it's supposed to look. All right. Awesome. Here we go. Just got my Hom HD wingsuit. It's brilliant. Awesome. I haven't seen that one yet, but I know Hom's been doing some interesting things. They're kind of a newer brand. Let's see, I want to order your TBS Tango grip. So nice, just saw a YouTube video on it. But there's no way on this planet to buy TBS Tango 2 sold out everywhere. What's up with that? It's a popular radio, and TBS does make kind of limited batches. They don't order a bazillion of one thing and sell it. I feel like, and this is just my thought, that they purposely create supply and demand by not having enough supply. It drives up the demand. But I see listings everywhere saying it's available. So you just got to be in the right place at the right time. If you can find a place that says pre-order, just pre-order it, and then it'll get there. Or if you're looking for one, you can head over to FPV Exchange and try to pick yourself up one there. If you haven't been to FPV Exchange, it's basically like Facebook Marketplace, but for FPV gear. It's a cleaner, safer environment. You can even offer to buy one from somebody who isn't really intending on selling it, but they may have it listed. Hit them up. They might give it to you. Or they might not give it to you, but they might sell it to you. Yeah, John Daniels. I was thinking Hom was Transtech. Rob Logan got a 13-day streak going on his XR. Awesome, man. I got mine back last week, and I've been riding it. I didn't realize how broken it was until I got it back. How fast it starts up. Like it took 20 seconds for that board to turn on where I could actually ride it, and I'm surprised that all I have to do is just, and it's gone. It's going. Heli Nation. I think Heli Nation is where I bought mine from. I pre-ordered it before they even started releasing them. So I had the V1, and I eventually updated the board to a V3. Celis, welcome, my friend. How you doing? Transtech recently acquired HOM. Okay, well, that explains it. Got the sub250 crate quad back up and running. I broke an arm during my testing phase of this thing, and I could not find replacement arms. Luckily, CID FEV was kind enough to send me 2 replacement arms for the bendy ones that I took off of it. So this is back up in the air and being tested. And it is sub 250 if you're using a 650 4S lipo. So, and it's like right at 250. Thank you for the super chat, Bigger, Big, Berg, B-I-R-G-I-R, Berger? I don't know, man. I am terrible with names. I know I killed it, but thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Want to order your TBS Tango grip? So nice. Just there's no way to order the Tango 2. Sold out everywhere. Well, you know what? Order the grip tape, and the radio will. You'll be able to get the radio before the grip tape gets to you. I like Burger. Burger, awesome. I work with a guy we call Burger. His last name's Burger. Yeah, I'm not rolling any R's. Yes, that is a fact, according to Silas. Increased range. That is a fact. Drinking Moscow Mule tonight with... this has got to be the best ginger beer that I've been able to find locally. Really good stuff for the old Moscow Mules. Yeah, TBS Lounge, good place for info on the Tango 2. If you watch the TBS Couch streams, they're always talking about stock issues and when they're going to be back in stock. And it seems like every time they ask, hey, is the Tango 2 ever in stock? They're like, oh, it's not in stock, but you know it is. John Daniels, you don't like ginger beer. Well, it's laced with vodka, if that helps. Another project going on, and I almost have all the parts for it. I'm kind of excited for this. Is I'm going to try out the 1S micro long range. If anybody hasn't seen this, this was Dave C's design. It's supposed to be just one 18650. Going to be sporting these little bad boys. Come on, do it. You can focus. Come on, I know you can. There we go. The FEV cycle. These are the 11,250 13 mil motors. I know it's probably a little overkill for this build, but I don't plan on leaving it all in this build. This is just kind of for shits and grins, just to see how it goes. All the parts should be here tomorrow, surprisingly, delivering on Sunday. A 14500 powered rig. What is a 14500? So it's just a AA battery powered rig. Actually, I think Rotor Riot did a video on trying to power a quad off of AA batteries, and it didn't go so well. There's just not enough amperage. Yeah, 18650 lithium ion. Did I say lipo or Lion? I probably said lipo. I don't know why I do that. Also, next week I'll have a video dropping on how I built a 4S lithium-ion battery for my eSheen Shadow Fiend. I got 25 minutes of flight time out of it. Unfortunately, the super awesome DVR in the Orcas just couldn't handle that much straight recording time and lost the recording. Rob Logan, don't know what to do. I have no video from my camera, but do have OSD. Troubleshooting, I'm pretty sure the video in of my flight controller is broken. What the F can I do? No video from my camera, but you do have OSD. I would say your camera's probably dead is the most likely thing. If you have OSD, it means that you're getting the video out from the flight controller. But if you have no image overlay, it's because your camera is probably dead. You can take the video out off of your flight controller and the video in off your flight controller, solder those two together so your video is going straight from your camera to your VTX, and if you still don't get an image, then your camera is dead. If you get an image then probably the video in is dead on your flight controller. You can look up the pin out for the Max IC chip, that's the OSD chip that's on the flight controller, figure out which pin is the video in, and you can just piggyback right on the back of that pin. That is some super tough soldering, so you can try that. Not camera, connected the cam directly to the VTX and got video. Well, all right, yeah, that would be your OSD line somewhere from your video in pad to to the chip is dead. Tell you what, hit me up over on Discord and I'll figure out which pin on the words. The OSD chip, you got to piggyback to if you want to attempt that. Some cameras have an OSD in them with battery voltage. You can use that to get by if that's all you need, but you're not going to get RSSI or anything like that, unfortunately. $14,500, still 4.2 volts. Yeah, 14.2 volts, but what's the amp on those things? Let's see. So this is a 14500. Discharge, peak voltage. Yep, okay. Capacity. Yeah, I don't see the discharge rating here. That's how you know they're good. Discharge current, 3 amps. Yeah, that ain't gonna work unless you build up like a multiple parallel pack. So you do like a 4S, like 3P. You might be able to do it, but the pack's gonna weigh so much. I don't think it's gonna work. They just don't have the amp rating to get you. To get a bigger quad off the ground. But again, it all depends on what you're putting in. Probably one of these micro long ranges. I'm kind of curious what this is going to weigh when it's all built up. It might be doable. It wouldn't be a fun experience, I don't think. It'd be a dog for sure. Like Birdman, I'm going to have to print a nano long range tonight. Sorry, guys. I had to build up a micro long range tonight. Fire up with 1S lipos in parallel instead of a Lion. Though it just gets a punch and avoid the step-up converter. Well, you're still going to have the same issue. Needing a step-up converter. You need the step-up converter because the VTX isn't... most of these 1S boards aren't going to be powerful enough to power a decent sized VTX, unless you're using like one of the crazy V boards that are on 1S, then you could get away with it. But That's the whole point of the step-up converter, is for the VTX. And the receiver and the camera should be fine. Those don't draw a ton of amperage, but it's for the VTX more than anything. If I'm upgraded my HDO, should I go HDO 2 Orca or 04X? I'd hang on to the HDO 2 if you, I'd hang on to the HDO if you already have them. The HDO 2 and the HDO do not fit it all the same. If you love the fit of the, sorry guys, I gotta tickle my throat. If you really like the fit of the HDOs, you are going to hate the fit of the HDO 2s. Trust me, I was there. The Orcas fit exactly like the HDOs, so if you want that upgrade and you want to spend the money on the upgrade, I really like the Orcas. They're not without their fault, but they have the best DVR in the game. Module bay, the FPV Connect is kind of, it's kind of cool. The FPV Connect, though, there's a big asterisk next to that thing. It does not work worth a damn if your phone can't be on Wi-Fi and cellular at the same time. I have a Galaxy Note 8, and I have a big issue with that. I can't connect to the FPV Connect through Wi-Fi and to the cellular at the same time. I have to use a VPN app called Speedify, which allows me to have both connections active. So that's a big gotcha with the whole Orca Connect thingy. Other than that, I really don't use it. I use it for mostly just doing firmware updates, which there are plenty of them. They're constantly coming out with new things for the firmware. So they're ever evolving, which is cool. The 04Xs, I hear really good things. I haven't tried one of them myself, and I don't know how they fit compared to the HDOs. Splinter, just keep the HDO. That's not a bad choice either. I mean, I would assume this summer there's going to be another round of new goggles. Arca Zero, do you have any videos of ripping indoor naked Vista? I'm still trying with the feel of weight of the 2Ss, but it looks gorgeous. No, I haven't gone down the indoor naked Vista because I know that it's going to weigh too much to be worth flying. If I'm flying indoors, it's because I want to rip, and I'm not going to be able to rip a Vista on 2S. It's just going to be too heavy. I'm going to lose that feel that I would expect to have. Celis, how's the little tweet life going? All great, we hope. Work was rough this week. Like, one of the worst weeks at work I've ever had. But things are getting better. Celis, I saw your trailer for your cooking channel. That I'm excited for that. Even though me and you don't eat alike, I appreciate the process. Splinter just not for very long, yeah. No kidding. Liquid goes down the other pipe. I'm trying, man. Mike Bergeron, I forgot to say that I'm going to run the TBS Tiny Cam and the Unified Pro 32. The Tiny Cam will step up 3.75 volts and power the Pro. Oh, really? Because that would really simplify this whole thing. Does it really have that big of a step-up converter on it? Let's take a look at this. I'm assuming this is the TBS Tiny Cam you're talking about here. 3.7 to 5. So that's still not going to work because if you're on a 1S, you're going to go down to 2.9 volts before you really got to stop flying on a lithium ion. Powers your 5-volt VTX. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many amps output does it make, and of course they're not going to tell you. Why would they? But that's a really neat concept. I didn't know about that. That's cool. But the problem is that 3.7. I mean, I don't know how tightly it's going to be to that voltage, but you're going to leave a lot of flight time on the table at 3.7 volts. Workspace says I've been flying my new Eachine EV300Os last month, and they've been awesome. Awesome, man. I'm glad you're liking those things. Everybody's kind of a toss-up between the Eachine and the Sky Zones. Yeah, check out the specs on Team Black Sheep. Yeah, that's it. 2.8 volts. I'm not running Li-ion. That's the main reason. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. All right. Yeah, if you're not running lithium-ion, then yeah, that'll work. Oh, that's right. You said you were going to do lipos. I'm sorry. Not tracking there. All right. Well, it's about 10:30 where I'm at. How about we spin the wheel for the sub250 crate here? Let's give it about another 20 minutes. Someone let me know when we're at about, how about, let's do like 10:45. I know math isn't my strong suit. 10:45 on my time. That's about 15-ish in some minutes. We'll spin the wheel. If you guys haven't gotten in on that entry or that giveaway, the hell are you waiting for? Nathan Hack, I use a voltage converter, 800 milliamp, 0.9 volt to 5 volt on my Tiny Whoop. Let's see, I bought a step-up converter for this micro long-range dealio. And I thought I put it in the bag. Well, I don't know where it's at now. Dang it. Hang on. I know I put it somewhere, and I don't know where it's at. I'll have to figure it out. I saw the kid running around with it for some reason. Weird little girl. But yeah, I bought a Pololu step-up converter, not because I really wanted it, but it is one of the more efficient ones. It's just the only one I could get at short notice. Let's see, now the question is how to really fly and get a paramotor. I showed my wife a paramotor just because I thought it was really neat, and instantly she's like, no, just stop now. I'm like, oh, okay. That was actually, that's something I'd be super interested in, is trying to fly a paramotor. Seems pretty straightforward. Brush is good for indoors. Yep. Yes, it is. Got a bunch of new props in. I've got some 3D props in because that was the whole intention behind this quad here, was to tune it, get it flying, and then try to do some 3D flying with it, just for S&Gs, because why not? Dang, I finally got Snappy to agree there's not a lot of but 8G for gear. Yeah, it's not. I mean, for what it is, there's not a lot of, it's not a huge barrier to entry, you know? I mean, $8,000, it's a lot of money, but for what it is that you're trying to do, I don't know. Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of Tucker Gott's videos. I know Steele was into paramotors for a hot minute there. I don't know if it was just for the Instagram clicks or what. But I don't think he's doing that anymore. By the way, finally got my new camera in. This is the Sony a6400. Not doing 4K. Turns out my internet can barely handle 1080 60. So no 4K streaming for me. So 6400 was there. 5100 is here for the desk cam. And still got the old Skycam going just for why not? I got an extra cam laying around. Figured just put it to work. Why not, right? I still got scared. Yeah, that's what I hear. But one of the big things I did for the live stream overlay is I went to 60 frames per second. Even if I do a 30 frames per second camera feed, the animations in the live chat just look so much better at 60 frames per second. So it's kind of a decent balance. Yeah, that's like people ask about the long range stuff, and I'm like, well, I mean, I can do it here, but I'm in southern Alabama, and there is dick all to look at here. I mean, this place is just flat and boring and depressing. Like, there's just nothing here. Same thing when I lived in Michigan. There's just nothing but trees, forest. I mean, until you get to the Upper Peninsula, there's really not much to look at. A lot of water, but go get that out of the fridge. Yeah, so that's one of the nice things, just being able to walk outside and go fly, you know. Don't have to go anywhere. Market Zero, how much are used HDOs going for? Every time I try to fly analog, I feel like someone's flickering mind control is going on. Some kind of flickering mind control is going on. I don't know. I mean, I think I'm going to sit still for, as far as goggles go, for a while. I can't see anything being too much better than what I got on the Orcas. And then DJI's there. Oh, that's the other thing is, so I meant to cover this quite a while ago. I did a secret shopper thing back in December for a bunch of people on my Discord. And the person who Secret Santa shopped for me sent me one of these bad boys. That is the Bite Shark Bite. That's right, Shark Bite. I had the Bite Frost before, so I get the names mixed up. I've got this, and through the generous donations from all the super chats, I got over the limit, or over the threshold, and I purchased the 1S whipboard, the camera, and the cabling. So I do plan on building this up. I just don't know what I want to put it in. Dustin Gale, yeah, the Secret Santa was awesome. I definitely do plan on doing it again. Where's that at? Nope, that's not the right board. There we go. Gotta go back into the stock room back there. So, yep, I got the 1S board. I got the Nano HD camera. I just got to figure out what the heck to put it in. What do you guys think? What do you think I should put this stuff in? Apparently, Orcas are like the hot ticket for doing Shark Bite, because even the HDOs, the HDMI input always defaults to 16:9, and I do not like to fly in 16:9. I like 4:3, so I like that extra up and down resolution. Here we go. Get out of the way there. There we go. So here is. All right. So here's what you get in the TX5S.1 Shark Bite box. You get a little adapter plate. And there's the VTX there. Look at that. Oh, I'm liking this bench cam already. Nice and sharp. You don't get an antenna. You get a little bit of wire, and that's about it. Not a whole lot in the box. Uses a UFL connector right there. And it has two plugs. One's for updating the firmware, and the other one is for the cabling that goes to the camera. It's the Runcam Nano HD camera. Looks like a regular like Racer Nano, except for it's got a little bit of different connector on the back of it. And these things don't come with the ribbon cables either. Well, I mean, they do. Just there's a longer one, which it seems like most builds you're going to need the longer cable. It's about double the length here. So, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty light little setup, especially compared to like a Vista. Way lighter. But you know, the video quality isn't nearly the same. But they're not shooting for the same market there. Splinter, put in a box and send it this way. No. Oh, a light toothpick build. That is a great idea. I do have this. This is one of my frames. This is the cavity frame. Every once in a while I cut out a bunch of these and I just give them away. This one was going to be one that I built up and gave away on a live stream, but you might have talked yourselves out of a free frame there, guys. I might actually do that. That would probably be a good build for it, is like a toothpick. Yeah, Mike Bergman, I had the Bite Frost, and I had it in a Floss 3.0, and it was awesome at the racetrack. I really liked it, except for you had to have that stupid ground station with you. The video quality was really good. I have a couple videos on my YouTube channel. Just scroll through or search, and you'll find them. It was really nice. It looked really good, but the ground station was a real deal breaker. It was cool that you could take the whole screen and put it in the Transformer box goggles. That was kind of a neat feature, but this is definitely a more refined design. But I think from everything I'm looking at, the video quality is basically the same. They just got the form factor down and, you know, cleaned up some of the bugs in it. It's not going to be anything even remotely close to DJI. Like, it's just not. I don't think it can either, based on the technology. Have you took the 3D quad for RIP? No, Celis, I haven't. I was going through that flight controller issue with Banggood. I finally got the refund for it, and I finally got a replacement flight controller actually like 2 days ago, and it's going to go in the Steel 5. I just got to swap it out and actually get a chance to go tune the quad. Like I really haven't flown this a lot. It flies really good up until the point where you actually do a roll. Then the gyro just goes, I'm out. It just flutters to the ground, and you get RX. Like, it causes so much RF interference. Like, you get RX loss. It just does all sorts of crazy stuff. But I'm definitely planning on doing it with this quad. Just haven't gotten there yet. Nathan, what motors would you use for the toothpick? I would probably use, well, for this one, I have a set of a Maxino 1103s. 1103s? They're back. Dig through my motor drawer. Yes, folks, I actually have a drawer of motors. There we go. These are an oldie but a goodie. 1103 Maxino. These are three bolt setup. That's what I plan on putting on this, mostly because that's what I have. Otherwise, I'd probably go with, I really like the idea of a 1S toothpick, but I know that 2 and 3S are just kind of, they're kind of where they're at. 1103 is a little small. No, it actually flies really, really good on 1103s. These are kind of these are what, a 5,000 kV. I've built this before. It's actually a really good setup on 3S. Yeah, don't believe the hype. 1103s are perfectly fine. I believe that's what these things are too. No, these aren't 1103s. These are some wacky size. You know, Kebab's super flat and wide stator design. These are definitely a 1S motor. It's like a, oh man, I have no idea what size that is. But these are definitely a 1S. And those are Maxinos. Those are more 3S oriented. Watch this live stream from today. Grandpa pairing motors and props. Yeah, you know, it's all a balancing game. You got voltage, you got motors, and you got props, and it's a three-dimensional chart to figure out what to use. You could use a low voltage battery and a high kV motor and a really light prop and get darn near the same performance out of a low kV 3S with a heavy stupid prop. It's all a balancing act. Yeah, 1302 and a half. Yeah, I remember they were like 1300 something, but that looks right. Looking at 1302. Yeah, I would say it's probably pretty close. Low FV, what's up, buddy? Why don't I get notifications from you? Oh, you're not. Gotta click that bell. Gotta be a subscriber. And I think that feature is actually pretty much broken and dead on YouTube. Yeah, nobody seems to get notifications anymore. I get notifications for myself when I upload videos. I have no idea why. Yeah, ring that bell. I don't. YouTube's been really kind of hit or miss. You know, they always put in like cool features and then they kill them off shortly after they put them on. Even if they're like good features, like being able to go back and do like text overlays in your video after you've uploaded it. So like, let's say you make a mistake. You say like lipo instead of lithium ion. You could go and put lithium ion in text in that video to kind of correct it. Yeah, they killed it. Almost 40 people. Oh man, it's a pretty good turnout for tonight. Well, all right, it's about that time. Let's go ahead and I'm going to shut down the giveaway here in about 2 more minutes. If you haven't got in there, and Rob Logan, you're on it, man. On top of it. Special like button is so hard it's hiding. Celis, how's the Glide hammer holding up? I'm curious. The hammer is a tank, but it looks like it is a pretty durable quad. I know you're out there killing it with that thing. Low Flight, another one of the Delta 5 guys. Everybody's kind of on this FPV wing kick. We'll see what happens this time around. He's in the middle of building a wing with a crossfire. Trying to get this wing going. I haven't built one yet. I figured it out first. Got a channel 3 motor working, but not sure about the servos. You're going to hook this up basically the same way as you did your motor, except for in your radio, you're going to have to assign outputs what, 4, 5, and 6 as, no, outputs 3, 4, 5. Oh, hang on, let me grab the radio. Let's see what it says here.
Welcome to Tango 2. Tango 1 on that.
Yeah, shut up. Ugh, I gotta connect to a quad. And firmware is not updated. Ugh. It's always something, you know? Why is it always something? Always something. All right, so here's the deal. In your Crossfire setup, in the receiver side, you've got output map 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't need to use 1 or 2 because you're not using a flight controller, so you could change that to channel 1, and then whatever's mapped as channel 1 on your radio, which if you map that through your throttle, that pin on your Crossfire will output whatever is on channel 1 in your mix. Same thing if you do channel 2. And of course this just killed my setup here, but all right, so you would do output channel 1 for output 1, channel 2 for output 2, and channel 3 for output 3, 4 for output 4, or whatever. And then when you're in your model setup, your mixes here, so channel 1, you'd want to make your throttle, and you would wire that. That is way too zoomed in. What am I doing here? You would wire your channel 1, which would be throttle, or however you set it up, to your ESC. If you did the left aileron or the left servo to channel 2, wire it to your other servo, and then 3 to your other servo. That's how you would set up a wing with a Crossfire and no flight controller. I'm sure I've just thoroughly confused you and spent far too much time on that. Alarm's going off. All right, you got it. Let's do the wheel thing over here. Let's see, video. Wheelo names. Where's this at? All right, closing it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you didn't get in there, I am sorry. Better luck next time. Do it every month. Speaking of giveaways, I do giveaways on my live streams all the time. And over on Patreon, I've been giving away whole quads. So join my Patreon and get in on there. Somebody give me a number between 30 and 60. $51 it is. Hail, welcome. 51 it is. All right. Toothpick, I got that right then. It's only 3 channel, but I got to figure out how to mix them. Yep, you and me both. I've got a S800 up there that I've flown a whole total of maybe 50 feet 3 times straight into the ground. I have no idea how to do the mixes. All right, folks, this is for the February Get FPV Sub 250 crate. If you want to get one of these, if you don't win one today and you want to get one, I have an affiliate link. I am one of their affiliate vendors. They don't have a whole lot of them for some reason. They like me, and they put me on their program. Head over to tweetfpv.com and click the Get FPV Sub 2 FPV crate link and sign up and show your boy some love. How many entries do we have today? We have, let's see. I don't want to show everybody's name. Hang on a second. $53 unique entries. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good luck, everybody. Hell, Weston, welcome, buddy. Timothy Lowe, next time you go to the field, hit everybody or hit me up on the Discord. I still got that that toolkit I owe you from one of the super chat giveaways. Who's it gonna be? No, no, no. Oh, man. Rob Logan, you gotta be so pissed. Congratulations, Gother? I'm sure that's wrong. Congratulations. I will be sending you an email for this. If for some reason this person doesn't want it, I'm just going to pick somebody on my Discord or my Patreon, and I'm just going to give it to them. And that's how it works. I need to write that name down because reasons. Congratulations. There we go. You'll get there, Rob. One of these days, you'll get there. Eventually, you'll get there, man. So we can close that out. Some window maintenance here. All right. I love doing these giveaways. I love giving back. The Wheel of Misfortune. Congratulations on the sub 250. Yep, the Wheel of Misfortune. Oh, man. One of these days. One of these days. Speedy Turtle just got my first peek of DJI Cam. What'd you think, Ben? I'm kind of curious. What did you think? It's quite a bit better. Yeah, it is. Wait till you actually like. So everybody, the first couple times they fly it, they just cruise and just kind of like just cruise around because you're just taking in all that video. Like just ghost branches are just not a thing anymore. Yeah. Chris Webb, got to thank you for your Delta 5 videos. For the Delta 5 timer, it is so much better of a piece of kit than people give it credit for. I know Bardwell did a interview with Johnny 5, I think that's his name, and they talked about the Delta 5 timer, and you can tell when he starts talking about things that he's not 100% sure of, but he's just kind of going along with the other person. A lot of misinformation there about the Delta 5 timer. It's not a hack to get LiveTime to work for it. It is integrated into it. LiveTime, it's It's built for live time. It also has its own standalone GUI if you don't want to use live time. I personally don't use live time when I fly around my house because it's just why I add the complexity. It's a really good timer. What cam are you using? In what? Are you talking about the Wing, Timothy Lowe? Yeah, so there's some shit about rotor hazard and Scott Chin, he's part of the Delta 5 FPV multi-GP group. He developed most of the software there. Rotor hazard, it's forked off of it, but I don't know, there was some stuff between the two. I know the rotor hazard fork is actually pretty good. Speedy Turtle got stuck in a tree. Ugh. I've done that a few times. Flew 6S yesterday. Now I'm ruined for 4S. Yep, that'll happen. Same thing. You fly DJI. Like all my acro quads that are 5-inch, they're all DJI now. I have one DJI race quad, which I really enjoy flying through a racetrack, except for it just doesn't play nice with analog people. Oh, for the live stream, this one here, this is a Sony A6400. Yeah, this A6400, the bench cam's at A5100, the sky cam back here. This is a Logitech Brio, 5100, 6400. The way I get quads out of trees is I've done a lot of arborist work. So I built basically an air potato cannon out of a bunch of 4-inch galvanized pipe, a big butterfly valve, and some more tube. You put the weight bag in the pipe, pack it down there. It's got a really light nylon tag line on it. Pressurize that bastard up and just poof, launch it over the tree. You get the bag over the tree, and then you can just shake the tree branch till it comes down. Or send up a chain on a rope and cut the branch down. Whatever works. Whatever you gotta do. I don't know what I'd do without the breakup. Yeah, I mean, analog's here to stay, especially for racing. I mean, all right, I guess we could talk about the elephant in the room. This Nespresso Cafe Olay maker that's called the DJI FPV drone. I'm sure every single one of you guys have seen. I haven't seen a review video on the quad yet. I've seen a shitload of flying videos. I haven't seen anybody really review the thing yet. I've seen a lot of people play around with it, fly it around, but no one's actually done like a real nuts and bolts review of it. Initially, I think it's really impressive what it can do. I don't know, man. I don't think it's for any of us. Brandon Bentley, I've flown it. Should I make a review? Yeah, here's how it. I mean, like a real nuts and bolts review. Like there's people showing the features of it, but not get into it, see what's in it. Like everybody's doing kind of a sort of review. They're doing the tiptoe. I don't want to piss off DJI reviews. I mean, Ken Herron had probably the most honest review I've ever seen. And that's kind of what it's marketed for, is kind of like him. If you don't know who Ken Herron is, he's a big DJI Phantom type of flyer. He does some FPV. He kind of got into it. I know Bardwell and him did a couple collaboration videos. So he kind of knows what he's looking for, and he just opens up the DJI FPV drone is a piece of shit. Like in like the first 30 seconds of the video. That is going to burn some bridges. for sure. And he's being honest. I know a lot of people like it. I don't think anybody in the chat over here that's a hardcore FPV pilot is going to like it. I don't know if anybody who's looking for a cinematic drone is really going to like it. I don't know what it's. To me, it's a flex from DJI saying, hey, look what we can do if we wanted to. But it's like everybody got their input and they just tried to make it everything to everybody, and it's not going to work. I'm really hoping that there's some very creative people out there that's going to make a carbon fiber frame to dump the guts into to make a badass kind of do everything quad with the 2S or the single axis stabilized camera. Like, what? I don't know. It just seems like a lot of half everything to everyone. Yeah, I heard Leaveyou gutted the thing, and I've been meaning to go check that one out. But he's about the only person I've heard of that's actually been like getting into it. I saw Nurk's video. He crashed it a bunch of times and nothing broke. Bardwell crashed it once, kind of benign, and broke the arms. It's not meant to be crashed. It's like buying a Cinewhoop with plastic ducts and saying, go rip this thing, but don't crash it because it's going to just destroy itself. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I know Brandon Bentley's been flying it a lot. He's over on my Discord, dropping lots of knowledge about it. And, and I've noticed there's been an uptick of people who would have flown zero FPV in my Discord that have this thing and are trying to get into it. So in that aspect, it really is kind of opening the door to get people into the hobby. But then on the other end, you've got now we as in FPV pilots bitch about all the FAA rules and regulations are all basically because of DJI people, but now DJI people are becoming FPV people. So now it's a lot to wrap your mind around. Like, there's a lot that could happen with this. We could get a major influx of people into the hobby. Is that a good or is that a bad? What do you guys think? Yeah, that's the other thing is Brandon Bentley's flying it with pure abandon because it ain't his. If it was yours, would you fly it the way that you've been flying it? I know I would drive a rental car, not like how I would drive my car. What are the two fastest vehicles in the world? A rental car and a government vehicle. Fact. And then the repair service, what is it, $250 for the DJI Care? And you've got to send it out. I don't think DJI is actually going to fix them. I've sent my Mavic Air out for DJI refresh, and basically one in, one out. Like they don't fix them. They just bring them in, ship you a new one, and then they refurb them later. But that may not be the case. That's just what I've experienced in the past. Noise Boys Garage. No, I didn't see that. I've also seen a video where Steele made a Phantom 4 full acro, but he also gutted everything out of it and just used the shell. That was a old video. Back when he was like LLS flying. Yeah, hopefully it can transition people over. Yeah, that, with all the DJI technology, Brandon, like, yeah, you could send it until you lose video or it fail-safes, and what's it going to do? It's going to come home, or it's going to try to come home. I got quads that can do that, but it's like, it's a 50-50 whether that, when that switch trips, if it's either going to turn around and come back or if it's just going to drop straight to the ground. DJI has the money, the muscle, and the brains to crank out some things we can't even wrap our minds around. I would be really curious to see what they could come up with if they were going to cater to the pure FPV pilot and not like a boardroom session, you know what I mean? Yeah, don't crash the GSA vehicle. Don't get pulled over doing 120 in one either. I got lucky that day. Hello, buddy. See you around, man. Have a good one. $15 props. Are you out of your mind? Oh my! Is that for like 10 sets, or is that just like one set? That is ridiculous. Really? Still used to be a DJI technician. Did not know that. Or are you just making that up? I don't know. Need them to build a flight controller. You mean again? I think the NASA is one of the oldest flight controllers. I think that was built by DJI. There you go. This is some old ass tech, but this is the DJI NASA. I think it's made by DJI, the company that we're talking about. I could be wrong, but this is really, really old. This is like flame wheel type old. Yeah, Brandon, that's Brandon. That's a really good summary of it. It's definitely for the noob, but you're not going to get what you would expect out of a DJI cinematic type quad out of it. I don't think. I mean, with that one-axis gimbal and the props are in view, it's going to take some post-processing to get that out of there. But I think it's a step in the right direction for sure. Honestly, the thing I'm the most excited about is the stupid controller, not the motion controller. Well, that one too. That's really cool. But the DJI, standard RC controller thing. I really hope that ends up working with the Vistas, because if that does, I would ditch that big Phantom looking controller in a heartbeat for that thing. I really hope it does eventually. Real mixed reviews on whether that'll actually work. Yeah, I know they're plastic and not polycarbonate. Even with care refresh insurance from DJI, if you lose the drone, you'll be paying $460 after the insurance and deductible to replace the drone. In fact, wow, man, it's an expensive toy. Yeah, huh? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah. All right. Tell you what I'm going to do right now. I am going to dentists. Dentists will like it. Not kebab, but dentists. I'm going to try switching this scene one more time. I want to see if I can get the chat to work. All right. I'm hoping the chat works on this one. I don't see why it wouldn't, but it seems like it's not. There it is. There it is. It's working now. All right. Width, let's go 500. Yeah, he said in the last video it only works with the FPV drone. I'm kind of curious if it's on 5.8 or 2.4. There we go. I think that might work. Hopefully that works. So what do you guys think of this this OBS setup? I'm trying a little bit different thing. They want it to be all the same. Did you see that Bardwell offered to buy anyone's V2s that bought them because he said they would have USB out? Whoa, that is a mighty dangerous claim there. That's, the internet will eat you alive when you say shit like that. Really hoping for is V2 air units and unit vistas. Oh, I mean, there's going to be more vistas eventually. There's just not really anything yet. Oh, pay for shipping if they return them. Okay, okay. That's different. They should make dual band video vistas and air units. Yeah, I agree. That would definitely make the make it a bit more versatile of a unit for sure. I think that they should do that, and in the hopes that they make it more compatible with flying with analog people. That way they're not alienating themselves against the rest of the community, if they even care. I don't know. But they need to figure out the race mode. The racing thing can be solved, I assume, really easily. There's a few things you'd have to do, or DJI would have to do to fix it. But it would, that's one of the big holdouts. There's a lot of people that would love to race with DJI, but they just can't. It just doesn't work. Isn't that why most people bought the V2s, for the video out feature? I mean, people are holding out for the V2s. That's not why they bought it. If the V1s were available, they would have bought those as well. The video out feature is a selling feature, but that's really the only big improvement. And even then, it seems to only be for the drone, not the air units. Yeah, they got to sit far away. Yeah, there's a lot of protocols you got to go through to make it actually work out. But a couple of the guys that I've flown with or raced with, they do mixed races, and anytime anybody on analog has any video issues, the first thing they do is they start blaming the guy with the digital system. And he said it's gotten pretty heated too. People just being shitty, but are they right? Are they wrong? It's very telling when you're getting interfered with on analog by DJI. It's a very distinct breakup pattern that you get on analog. It's the same thing I've seen it plenty of times. And the only other time I've seen it was with a guy was flying a matrice around the field, and you got that the very big pronounced white blocks that would jump around the screen. Analog is dead to me. Not if you're racing or really like micros. Chris Webb, this is the best chart to follow. What are you talking about? All right, so the other thing I needed to do today was to get rid of these things. These have been plugging up my shop for a while. This is the Tweed FPV RTF kit. Oh, yeah, I've seen that chart. It's a very good chart. So trying to get rid of these guys. There was an entry form on my YouTube community tab, also on my Discord. It's some spare parts I had laying around, brand new quad, lipos, charger, the whole 9 yards to get somebody up and flying. Yeah, you can't post links unless you're a moderator. Chris Webb, let me put you on mod and go ahead and drop that link here. There you go. Go ahead and drop that link. It's a very useful chart for sure. There you go. Damn it. Oh, I keep forgetting about this. All right, so one of the things about the Stream Deck that's really annoying is when you set up a profile to switch scenes in OBS, it tags it to a certain scene collection. And I have it set up for this live chat scene collection and not the one that I was using. There, that's what I was trying to get. Ugh, always something. But anyways, here's the chart that we're talking about. There you go. So the DJI channels, the digital, they pretty much follow like race band, except for when you get up to, what was it? Eight and 6 and 7, they're all kind of swapped around. And I've tested the DJI system with the Delta 5 timer, and it works really well. You just have to you can kind of come in and fat finger the custom frequencies. So, oh, this is new. I haven't seen that in the chart, the distance. I like that. Definitely gonna save that for later. All right, don't use the Stream Deck, you idiot. There we go. Yeah, big thing is 8 is a public channel, and that's where you always get dumped to. So DJI, I've said this before, DJI could fix this problem by stopping the bidirectional communication. Talk once, lock in a channel, and stay there. You could even have a menu that said race mode. We're gonna go into race mode. So it'll be power on, you have 30 seconds to select your channel. It talks to your quad, switches to VTX, and then it stops. It stops that. It stops telemetry. It stops all that stuff that causes like the variable latency. It'll stop all that stuff. It's on you and the rest of your buddies to not put yourself on the same channel, which just rub some brain cells together and it won't be a big deal. Just have it be race mode, talk once so it does the VTX following, and then stop. Problem solved. I know it's probably simplistic, but it seems like it'd be very doable. I won't go digital until I have to do it for racing. Yeah, Chris Webb, if somebody asked me right now what goggles they should buy, they're getting into the hobby, what goggles should I buy? Like they want to be in the hobby. They're willing to put the money down. They don't want to go cheap. They want to get the right stuff the first time. I'm going to tell them go DJI. Because DJI can do something that all the other goggles can't do. They can do digital. DJI can do analog. All the other goggles can do analog, but none of them can do DJI digital. Right now, if you told me you can only have one pair of goggles, I have DJI and I have my Orcas. They said, I'm taking one away. Which one do you want? Keep keep the DJI. I put the challenge to myself to fly with just DJI goggles for about a month and a half, both analog and digital, because my orcas were out being Cerakoted, and I didn't really have any issues with it. I don't care for the fit of the DJI goggles, but that's just me and a lot of other people. And when I got my orcas back, I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely a better analog experience. Not that much better. If the V2 goggles would have been OLED, I would have jumped on them in a heartbeat. I think they just missed a mark. Hey, you know, DJI's making a good product. That's why we're giving them money. Build it and they will come. Why do people buy Amazon? Or have Amazon Prime or buy off of Amazon? Because they deliver a good product. You can say their business ethics suck and their owner sucks and all that stuff, but guess what? They're still doing a good job. The answer is you stab them. That's the right answer. You stab them and take their goggles. There you go. Yeah. So anyways, like I said before we got derailed right there, I have these two RTF kits that I wanted to give away, and the big deal was it's almost like an essay submission. Oh, there's more submissions now. Damn it, I thought I had this figured out. So it's kind of an essay type deal. We can come over here and kind of look at the analyst. Don't use the Stream Deck. Don't use the Stream Deck. Don't use the Stream Deck. All right. So here's how I had it broken out. Are you in the USA? I had 2 responses that said no, 14 yes. 12 people said they're already in the hobby, looking to get somebody else in the hobby. 2 said I've never flown and would like to try it. And 2 said they just want some free shit. Everybody said they're going to cover shipping because that'd be the only way they're going to get them. Yeah, this is just for me. Patreon members, 9 no, 7 yes. If you guys didn't know, I have a website, tweetfpv.com. All the affiliate links and ways to support me over there. Patreon link. Get your name up there on the top. These guys right here. So here was the hard part, is you had to submit an essay or video or some sort of submission saying why you think it should be yours. And let's go through the submissions. I probably should have mentioned that I was going to show these, but I am. It's on the internet. This one, Brian is Effort Fly, 16-year-old son, very interested in a hobby, set of goggles, blah, blah, blah. He wants to get his boy into the hobby. Okay. Wants to get his dad in the hobby. This is Speedy Turtle. We'll watch that one in a bit. This one's new. I haven't seen this one. Yep, not picking you. Dion B. Recently lost my quad for crashing in the field. Searched for I was going to find it. Somebody stole his quad. Trying to get his dad in the hobby. Okay. Trying to get his dad in the hobby. I hear a lot of that. This is new. Show my nephew a tiny hawk who was teaching him some line of sight. Give him his flying. Right, so I can give this kit to him for his birthday. Okay. Valid. After following FPV New Year, I'm leaning towards RTF start to minimize my financial exposure until I have enough experience to set up. Okay. Dustin Gabble. Definitely interested in a chance to win 5-inch, whatever. Building a 5-inch, whenever Century the box shows up. Yeah. John Daniels. Not really sure what I'm supposed to do with that. All right. We'll see Speedy Turtles, Toxic FPV. Kit to get his kid into the hobby. Mostly this one, it looks like he's trying to get a hold of a smaller gamepad style remote to get his daughter on a sim. Toxic. I know you're in my Discord. I told you IM me. IM me, man. I'll be able to hook you up there. William McEwen. Two brothers, trying to get them into FPV. This is one. Looking to confiscate the kit, send it back to you when they're not using it. That ideally is what I'm looking for, is to get them back once it's run the course, so I can send them on to somebody else. Zach, don't need FPV kit. He has 4 drones. Neighbors that are interested in FPV. Happy to ship it back when they're done. Okay. John Larson, he's been a patron of mine forever. Actually, I think he's the first patron I ever had, to be honest with you. John, if you're in the live chat, thank you, my brother. Chris Webb, 10 Canadian kopecks through the super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Let's see what you said here in a second. Trying to get the goggles, younger brother. He's right along. Okay. And who's this one here? This is Rick Zapata. I think I'll be a good candidate for the kid. I'm very active in my local community here in Las Vegas, especially in charge of our indoor facility of younger generation. Already put in place. Built numerous quads and given them to the kids, enjoy FPV, and the parents just can't afford to get them into the hobby. My youngest son has ACHD. I don't know. Is that ADHD? Give them the hobby, participate. Grateful in the hobby. Okay. Okay. Darn it, I hit the button. Oh, idiot. Chris Webb, $10 Canadian. Thank you so much, my friend. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm out of here for the night. Thank you so much for coming by. Have a good one, man. And we'll see you around. I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Hang on a second, guys. One second. Yeah, it's Speed Turtle. A ton of people wanted OLED, and that was, they really screwed that up. It just salted they suck as a company, and goggles don't fit. Yeah, that is, I don't know whose face they modeled that after. I think it might have been the side of an oak tree. That's about all I can figure out. They don't fit me worth a shit, but I managed to make do and gotten used to it, but they fit terrible. And they are a crappy company. But there's lots of crappy companies that make good products. I have HDO2s and DJIs. After trying DJI, it's a game changer. If you think that was a game changer, you're also getting in on it when the 50 megabit video is online. Like when I got into it, that video quality was half, and it was still just a mind blown. You want them sent to Dustin Gable. Okay. Yeah, Speedy Turtle, it's going to be a hard decision. I'm going to go back to, don't use the Stream Deck. Don't use the Stream Deck. Let's see. Where was, that kid. We'll talk about him in a minute here. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. I don't have desktop audio going, do I?
I already have a tiny hawk for him and a couple other things trying to help him out. And this would work out just perfect. Would definitely give me a great opportunity, and I would sure appreciate it. Props to Tweet FPV for trying to help the community as well. He's a pretty awesome guy. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great day.
All right. Yeah, I know you couldn't hear it. Should have been able to hear it there. Like I said, still working through the kinks of this live stream thing. Yeah, this is a tough decision. And you know me, I can't leave it just to... Here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. All right. Speedy Turtle, I'm going to send one to your boy. Who was it you wanted to send it to? You wanted to send it to Dustin Gabble? All right, I'm going to send one to him. Rick Zapata, I'm going to send the other kit to you. Toxic, hit me up. I have extra Beta Light radio. I'm going to send that to you. And for this feller here, who basically said he has a bigger drone. He's stuck in his house in California because nobody's allowed to go to school, which is a bunch of bullshit as far as I'm concerned. I don't really, sorry, that's my personal feelings. He's stuck at home, wants a whoop. I'm going to contact you and I'm going to send you a whoop. That's what we're going to do today. I don't want to show his name or video because I got a feeling he's probably not able to be tried as an adult. So that's what we're going to do. Wasn't really planning on that, but yeah. Dustin Gabble, hit me up. tweetfpv@gmail.com. Rick Zapata, I got your info. And I'll hit up those other two folks. Toxic, hit me up in Discord, and we'll work something out. Yeah, I want to get people in this hobby. I really do. And I know if there was someone, when I was going through this, who was giving away entire kits, I definitely would have tried. I know the cost to get in is a huge hurdle. And then also having the right stuff, because there's so much in this hobby that just doesn't work. Nothing's standard. Nothing works together. These brushless whoops, they don't have beta plate on them. They have silverware. You can't mess with them. It's the beauty of it. You can't screw with them. They're just set up. They work. The worst that's going to happen is A, you're going to ruin the batteries, or B, you're going to accidentally get on the wrong channel on the goggles. So that's what we're going to do, and that's how it's going to be. All right. Zenekas, welcome, buddy. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Zenekas FPV. If you're looking to get some used FPV gear or sell your used FPV gear, head over to FPV Exchange. Yeah, thanks, Speedy. You got my back. Rob Logan, thanks for coming by, man. Really like having you around. One of these days, you'll get that needle land on you on the wheel. Thanks, man. Put some time into it. I'm finding a lot of weird little glitches in this one. I haven't quite hammered out yet, but we're getting there. Silverware is awesome. Speedy Turtle, if you ever get a chance to fly one of the Project Mockingbird newbie drone hummingbirds, they are like, I'm almost to the point where I think, actually I know I could be faster in a whoop race with that than with a brushless. The only downside is no turtle mode. So I wouldn't be able to race it at one of our races. They're just poorly officiated. Like, there's just not a lot of people on the track to flip you over. So without turtle mode, I mean, just don't crash, right? Yeah. Story of my life. So that concludes the giveaway-a-thon, the 2 RTF kits. By the way, the RTF kits, the goggles and the boxes were supplied by T-Bird FPV. One of the remotes is an Emax remote supplied by T-Bird FPV. The other remote is a Beta Light radio that was supplied by me. And the 2 drones are the Project Mockingbird Hummingbirds. And they both come with USB chargers and 2 Nitro Nectar 250 milliamp lithium ion batteries. Probably the best 1S batteries you can get. Been pretty lucky on your wheel. Yeah, there's some people that pop up on that wheel way more than others. Yeah. Yeah, Zenekas gave away a bunch of stuff today. I did a Tweet FPV RTF kit. For the whole point of it is to give it to somebody, to get somebody in the hobby, and when they're done with it, move it on to the next person. Kind of like what Speedy Turtle's doing with the Speedy Cares package. This is just a Tweet RTF kit. I know I don't expect them to ever come back or survive, but whatever. If I can get 1 or 2 more people into the hobby, I've done my job. Rick Zepeda's Zenekas FPV has been, and FPV Exchange has also been a big help with our stuff in our program with 3 Kids Racing Quads, and we built both stuff. Yeah, it's super awesome part of the hobby. Thank you for everything you do. Dustin Galway, yeah, the 1S, or the I don't know why I keep saying 1S, the 1-axis gimbal is weird. Dustin Galway, thank you. Email sent. Yep, got your email. Got it. All right. Yeah, it came about, T-Bird just had a bunch of stuff that he wasn't going to use anymore from a bunch of Emax RTF kits. Obviously the drones were still used, but the controllers and the goggles were kind of like, instead of throwing them away, came with the idea to just mash them into a kit with some new, some old, some used, some good, and just try to move them on to somebody else. All right. Well, I get to do the work I meant to do today. I got to get the stupid flight controller out of here and replace it. But let's keep the chat going. Picked up a couple of these. These are the new V-Fly smoke stoppers. These things are. These are nice with the buttons. They get a little confusing just because there are so many buttons on it, but I definitely like it better than the V1. Not saying there was anything wrong with the V1. Yeah, Zenekas is awesome. He's really active in the hobby. The FPV Exchange website, it is an incredible idea. I really like it. Trying to get a better angle here. Eric Allen, buddy. We'll see you around. Have a good one. Have you seen over my my YouTube community tab? I've been putting up a couple polls. I asked a bunch of people, or I asked the community last week what brand radio they're flying, and over 50% of the people who responded said they were flying some sort of FR Sky radio, which doesn't really surprise me at all. I thought there'd be more people flying the jumpers and radio masters than there were, but still predominantly, at least in my audience that responded, still predominantly FR Sky. So then the post I put out today was asking if you're using that radio, what protocol are you flying? And what do you think the I'm sure you guys could just check. I'm not gonna drag it out like that. Here's the breakdown of the protocol. 14% on Axis, 15 on ACCST, 9 on D8, 10 on R9, and 52% on TBS Crossfire. It's pretty much exactly what I expected. So it's interesting when you look back at the history about who's cloning who and who hates who and company, all the stuff. Most people who are flying Crossfire, I would venture, are still on FR Sky. FR Sky's been a host for TBS forever. Yeah, Brandon Bentley, something I was thinking about with that, with the adjustable camera while flying is you can, I think it would be really good for like chase footage. Like being able to either chase or be chased, or like if you're chasing a car that's going slow then fast, you could crank the camera angle up and kind of keep them in view while you're flying. Speedy Turtle, still love my QX7 with Crossfire. Yeah, I've got a bunch of QX7s sitting here. I need to get rid of. One of them is pretty beat up. It's going to go through and kind of refurb that one radio. I'm getting internet out into my garage, or I have it out in my garage finally. I was going to try to do a live stream while showing the process I go through to Duracoat an FPV radio. I've done a bunch of them, and it's a bit of a process. Figured kind of take everybody along with me on the ride for that one. So this is just going to be a one-for-one swap. I'm not putting a new flight or a different flight controller in. It's going to be the same thing. So let's go take some pictures because smarter, not harder. Get some more tools. This by far is one of my favorite flight controllers, just the layout of it. I really wish the first one I had didn't crap itself though. Dallas, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing tonight? Dallas is working on a 16 by 16 stack with 2 dead channels, making a wing from it. Gonna be a very small build. Yeah, I would bet. Zenekas, Workspace says, my Jumper T16 Tracer, expect QX7 on trade, troubleshooting, hoping to help tweet FB with more troubleshooting in Discord. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of it. There is always plenty of it. I just wish FR Sky would hire a software engineer to just, just work out a better interface for getting the software updated on the radios. Not the OpenTX software. Well, even that. I mean, that could use a bit of updating. But, it's their radios. And I don't know if this whole ethos thing they're coming out will be kind of a all-inclusive ecosystem. Kind of like what TBS is doing. But their firmware is just an absolute hot mess. And the problem is they've made this mess in the past just because of how they position themselves in the market. And I mean, I don't know how they're gonna dig themselves out of it. Because now they finally got to the point where they can actually do over-the-air firmware updating, although it's not automatic, which if it was automatic, that would help. It's not automatic, but it's definitely there, so you don't have to gut your model to update the firmware, but I'd say the vast majority of receivers and radios out there aren't capable of over-the-air. And I'll be honest, of all the radios every radio I get, I take apart. FR Sky still has the best, hands down, the best build quality out of any radio that I get a hold of. I'm not using Futaba's or Spectrum, so I don't have any basis on that. But between Jumper, Radio Master, TBS, the FR Sky radios are still built to a higher standard. You rarely ever hear of actual hardware-related issues with their radios. Yeah, it's a negative. If it ain't broke, don't change it. I'd probably be farther off in my flying ability if I wouldn't change radios like I change underwear. I've had so many different radios. I don't know if they're trying too hard to be proprietary, but they're trying to be proprietary. Nobody gives TBS a bunch of shit for being a proprietary brand and protocol, but they are. It's because they weren't at one point. That's the problem. Once you give somebody something, you'll play hell taking it away from them. Yeah, Crossfire has the best over-the-air update. The way they do it is the best, but the FR Sky one's pretty good too, especially now that they actually do it. It's more manual. It's not as automatic as TBS is. Mr. Steele's Mambo radio. I have not seen any leaks of that yet. I'm sure it'll be a poorly kept secret. Private Island, I don't see any reason to change my 4.5-year-old X9D Plus. Absolutely no reason, unless you want something smaller or lighter. That's what I mean. I had an X9D and I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. But then I started traveling a lot, and that is a big brick to haul around in a very small backpack. That's why I've gotten down to the Tango 2's pretty much my daily driver. I really like this size of radio. I had the X-Lite. I really like the form factor, but the gimbals were just small. I didn't like the gimbals. This is a pretty good balance here. It's a decent radio, but you got to accept it for what it is, you know. It's not a leak when you put it out there yourself. Yeah, I'll have to go check that out. Yeah, the bad PR for the swap, and it's not really so much that. I mean, everybody's like, oh, they're making you buy their new stuff. They're not making you buy shit. They're moving on. They're leaving their old protocol behind. Nobody gets upset with Apple when they leave an old iPhone behind and stop supporting it. Just moving on. Time to move on. Everything should have a life cycle. They built their stuff too well that it doesn't have a life cycle. The thing that everybody's pissed off about is that the new radios, which you don't need to buy if you have an old radio, the new radios don't support D8. The reason they don't support D8 is because D8 is illegal in like 90% of the world as far as a communication standard. And D8 just plain sucks. Like, fly a Crossfire quad and then fly D8 and you'll realize how bad D8 is. If you have a multi-protocol module and an SPI board, don't use D8. Use Redpine. Redpine is faster than I think it's faster than Tracer, honestly. And it is a way better protocol. And if you have a multi-protocol module and Betaflight 4.2 and an SPI board, you can do Redpine. Rick Cepeda, I love my Tango 2. They did a lot of things right on it. I like the fact that there's no like dingus arm switches to bust off, because when you're traveling, for some reason, these break off faster than anything else on the radio. I don't know why. And then you're stuck wherever you end up, and you've got a pen in there trying to flick the switch because it's busted. I love the fact that those switches are gone. Plus, I've accidentally had a quad arm in my hand. I don't know why I'm just showing you this quad arm. I've accidentally had a quad arm in my hand because when I set my radio down, the switch hit my finger and armed. I didn't get hurt, but it scared the shit out of me. If you make one of those latching shoulder buttons on the Tango 2, your arm switch, it would be really difficult to accidentally arm it in your hand. Oh, really? You can't adjust any of the tensions on it. That's a bummer. Let's see, I like my cheap Jumper T12, but the pitch axis does need more dampening grease. Yeah. I'm really liking the TX12. This, I think, is a good mix radio, but still, I'm going to have to say the best radio out there, at least in my opinion, the most versatile radio is the FR Sky X9 Lite. But for the same reason why, if someone said you can only have one set of goggles, your Orcas or your DJI, which one are you going to pick? I'm going to pick the DJI because that radio can do everything. Nothing else none of the other ones can do access. I'm picking the X9 Lite just because it's the smaller form factor with all the features of the bigger radios, but same thing. L. Weston, can you explain more about Redpine? Yeah, Redpine is it's a new protocol. It's ultra low latency. They have like a race mode and a non-race mode. The race mode doesn't use telemetry. I think it's getting low latency by doing packet priority, because you don't need your switches all the time. I think that's how they're getting it, but it's supposed to be longer range than D8. It's way faster. The only downside that I've seen to Redpine is, like, let's say you have a 3-position switch here, and low is 1,000, high is 2,000, the middle is 15. Redpine doesn't use 3 positions. It's either on or off, high or low. Yeah, and you can read more about Redpine. They're constantly developing it. I haven't really been keeping too close of tabs on it. But you can check it out on their GitHub. I don't understand GitHub. GitHub confuses and confounds me. I just don't understand how GitHub works. What the heck? Oh, the dampers are different. No, they're not. What the hell? Why is this not fitting in here? What did I do differently here? Oh, that's right. I had to put a different flight controller in here to ops check it to see if the flight controller was bad. And I changed the standoffs out for these guys. Okay. Well, that's going to be a slightly more in-depth repair than I was expecting to do today. And you can wait till tomorrow. Sub250, no, you're not the only one that's confused about GitHub. I don't get it. I go there and I just can't seem to get what I'm looking for whenever I go there. It's not for people like me. I guess that's the only thing I can think of. Yeah. Quick review, the ethics toolkit. If you're looking for a field toolkit, this thing's awesome. I highly recommend getting that. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it for the night. I really appreciate everybody over here that came to hang out and chat it up for the night. I really love doing these live streams. This is the highlight of my week, to be honest. As far as all the YouTube type BS that goes on, this is the thing I like. I like doing the live streams. I like interacting with all you guys real time. If you want to support me, head over to tweetfv.com. Check out the affiliate links. If you're looking to buy anything from any of those vendors, if you're looking to buy anything from those guys, just click on a link and then go purchase to your heart's content. I get a small kickback, costs you nothing. That is the easiest way to support me besides watching the videos, becoming a subscriber, liking, all that stuff. If you really want to help me out, these folks up here, these Patreon supporters, these ones help me out directly the most. And if you're not up there, what are you doing? By the way, I do monthly giveaways over on Discord, full built quads. I've been doing that for about, 8 months now. Getting ready to post up the next giveaway over there. So if you want to support me, head over to Patreon. Be one of the cool kids. Or don't. I don't really care. No, I do care. The Patreon supporters really keep this going. Ever since this became monetized, the financial advisor, the wife, now that there's a value on everything, what's my time worth? I would do this for free. I have done this for free. I will continue doing this whether I get paid or not. The problem is once there's money involved, then you now have a matrix to measure everything against. I don't care. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking this out. I really appreciate every one of you hanging out. If you have any suggestions, things you want to see, things you want me to do, if you have any questions, Discord is the absolute best way to get a hold of me and all the other cool kids over there. The Discordians on there are kick-ass. I'm actually getting a lot of these guys schooled up, and they're actually starting to help people with FR Sky troubleshooting, and it's been awesome. It's awesome seeing people helping out other people. All right, folks. You guys have a good one, and have a good night.